All right, let's get it going right here, right now. This is Eyes Up Here, and you're watching an Eyes Up Here extra on the Queen of Extremes YouTube channel. If you didn't know by now, my name is Chad, and every single time we get up here on the Queen of Extremes YouTube channel, I'm joined by the Queen of Extreme, Francine, and we're jumping in here today to talk a little AEW Double or Nothing 2024. One specific incident, but we'll talk a little bit about the recap.
Okay.
Before we get into that, just want to say, how you doing today, Queen of Extreme?
Doing well. Glad to be here. Happy I can sit with you. These moments are very precious and tender to my heart.
Yes.
I can't wait. I can't wait for them to happen every week.
And few and far between.
Yeah. I know. We haven't recorded for YouTube in a while because we've just been pulling from our iHeart feed.
That's
So
right.
this is an exclusive. This is something special, and we need to start doing these more. So
Yes.
we're going to,
Yes.
because the Chadster schedule's gonna lighten up a little bit, and
Finally.
he's more accessible to me. This is the problem that I've had. Hey, can you do something? Oh no, I can't. I have this. I have this. I have this, and it's like, really? Okay, I'll remember that.
Well, Coach Chadster, sometimes
Yep.
the schedule gets a little tight
Oh,
around this time of the year,
right.
but well, it'll ease up, but we will get back into the swing of things. If you will. Get it, Coach
Mhm.
Chadster, the swing of things.
Yeah, I got it. Great job.
AEW Double or Nothing 2024. This is pretty much their big marquee show, Double or Nothing.
Yeah, 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5-year anniversary. This
Yep.
is a biggie. It's funny to think 5 years. That's quite the milestone. That's nothing to shake a stick at. 5 years.
No, it's not. And, hopefully it'll be another 50 years or 100 years for the company if they can get their shit together. So, yeah, I'm rooting for them.
That's the key phrase. If they can get their shit together.
Yep.
That I'll kind of dive into, but there were some pretty good highlights of it.
Oh, I'm sure the pay-per-view was excellent. I didn't watch it yet as of us sitting down together, but I probably will. I'm still watching King and Queen of the Ring, and I'm halfway through that one. So I have to get through that one first, and then I'll probably head on over and watch AEW after that. So, but I'm sure I heard it was pretty, from what I read anyway. I didn't hear about, too much.
A lot of cool stuff, happened on this show. We had some new champions crowned. We had Mercedes Moné won one of their women's championships. I believe it was the TBS. Yep, the TBS Women's Championship.
Yep.
So congratulations. That was her first AEW wrestling match since she joined the company.
Did you think they weren't going to put the belt on her? I was kind of convinced that she was getting it.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
They had another Will Ospreay also now.
So good.
Yep, he's also now champion. He is what is his championship? He's not FTW. He is, what's his championship? I just had it in front.
Is he Intercontinental?
No, it's something like that. Is it international?
Well, it's the same as the Intercontinental belt, kind of secondary TV belt, or
yes, international. AEW International Championship.
I have a newfound respect for Will. I watched him on Hey EW.
Yes.
With my friend RJ City, who's doing phenomenal, by the way.
Absolutely.
And did you know that he was autistic and dyslexic and just a plethora of disabilities with this guy? He said he couldn't even read his contract.
I heard
it read to him.
Yeah, I'd heard that. That's
so
incredible.
amazing story that you can be successful, if you just work. And you could achieve any goal no matter what your setbacks are.
Yeah.
And he's phenomenal. Really, really good at what he does, man. I didn't know much about him like the last year or so, but I've been watching some of his matches and he's really good. Like really good.
Yeah.
So and then when I heard that about him, I was just like, bravo. That's great. Good stuff.
Yeah, very good. One of the best in the world.
Sure.
Adam Copeland, he reunited with Gangrel last night. It was a Brood reunion.
Right.
So that was pretty cool. They had
a little excuse me, a little tidbit with that is, didn't he pitch that for something with WWE? Said they won't remember.
Yeah, they basically had that on a silver platter.
How do you not remember? Of course they would have remembered. That to me was the most idiotic thing I had ever heard in my life. Wrestling fans remember everything. Come on.
Yeah, that was like literally on a silver platter for them. I believe, was it at WrestleMania or one of the
something really big, and he was told no. And I was just like, I heard that, and I was just like, man. When they always bring in like the old timers to do things on their television, they've always gotten a pop. People always remember. That made me think, is there heat? Because Dave is one of the nicest guys. Like, he's an easygoing dude. He's really, really nice. Like, why wouldn't they want to bring him in for that segment? Like that. I was just so mad at when I heard that. I was like, get out of here. So I'm glad they got to do it over there. And good reaction.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Of course.
Ridiculous.
And I think Gangrel's quietly been in every company now. He's been everywhere.
He's all over the place. That's great.
So there's that, and there's also the return of MJF.
Yes, and he looked like a freaking monster. His body has like transformed. Not that he wasn't built before, but he looks like a Triple H clone, kind of, sort of, with the denim and the just his overall appearance. Looks like a beast.
Yeah, he looked very Triple H inspired with the denim and the sleeves. He had his little scarf thing on the back of the jacket, but the tan with the denim and the black and somebody. This was great. Somebody put a acapella version of the game theme song over his entrance. I mean, it did fit really well. I listened to the promo. It was 5 minutes of just yelling and the fans chanting every single end of his sentence.
Okay.
And at the end of it, he reveals a tattoo that basically says he's, with AEW going forward. And again, stay there. That's great for AEW. But, I didn't love the promo. Did you see the promo?
No, I didn't see the promo. I didn't read the whole transcript, but I read a little bit of it. And then I was watching the South Park Ozempic episode, and I stopped looking at my timeline. So I didn't see it. But it was all over my timeline. So, people were very interested in his return. So
yeah, it puts it into the question of, is he going to leave? Is he not going to leave? He's going to stay.
Yeah.
I mean, where was he going to fit in WWE at this point anyway?
I don't know, but I think he would have done well there. I really do, unless they buried him. But I think he has all the tools now because he's not that kid that just walked in off the street. You know what I mean? Like, he's got enough under his belt to be a star elsewhere. But it's good that he's, staying where he's homegrown. And I think he's going to do well. He probably got a boatload of money to stay, and good for him. He's still young. That's the thing. He's still a young kid.
Yeah.
But good for him.
What his big line was, I don't need a New Japan or a Vince McMahon to make MJF because MJF made MJF.
Good for him.
Okay. I do like that line.
Sure.
Because it's all about, it's in AEW, they constantly are bringing in outside talent outside of their core roster. So I like the fact that he's never left to go anywhere else. He's always been there, and on the indies is building his name. So that was pretty good. He also kind of ripped the prior booking and said, he's not going to be making friends. He's not going to be the buddy anymore. He spit on the devil mask and that whole thing, and said, that's done. It's all over. It's back to who he was and the original MJF. So that's good, but it was too long and it was too yelly, and it was just the him and the language I hate. It's just too much. He overuses that as a crutch. So I thought it was,
I didn't like
overkill.
I didn't like him when he was Adam Cole's best friend.
That was stupid. That was very dumb.
Not even it was stupid. It was just the baby face version of him didn't have the oomph.
It neutered him. They made him. It wasn't like he was
just so generic. It's been done before, and I didn't think that it showed his potential as a character. You know, I saw him as a sidekick and not the main event kind of thing. And now he's back to like a main event guy.
Right.
So, good for him.
Well, he had also done it before too, the same storyline. That's why I thought it was kind of stupid. That's why he had just done this. So whatever he says, that's done. Moving on. So the big one coming out of this is their big marquee, like original AEW match. They call it Anarchy in the Arena. Jim Cornette calls it football field fuckery, because when they did it in Jacksonville, they would go into the football field at Jacksonville. But this is called Anarchy in the Arena. This is where they go all over the place. They all over the arena. False count anywhere is, I guess, is what we would call it.
Okay.
But the climax and the end is what everybody's been talking about.
And I did not see this. So are you able to bring it up? I'm
going to bring up the big spot here.
Okay. And we'll just cover it up so we don't get in trouble, right?
The big spot here was a part at the end where they were going through the back, and Jack Perry grabs Tony Khan out of the gorilla position. We don't know where he's going with him. He's bringing him through the tunnel. Out of the other tunnel comes Darby Allin with a flamethrower, right?
Okay.
Where he then shoots Jack Perry on fire. So we'll see that. That's the one angle. And then we're going to get the other angle, which is a fan angle, to see as the fire was shooting.
I saw that.
Where Tony Khan ended up during the fracas.
I saw that.
So we're going to see two videos.
Okay. Yeah. The latter part I saw, but the first one I did not, but I read about it. So.
Jack Perry.
And Jack Perry is part of the Elite, right?
Correct.
Okay.
And he can't get fired because he's got an ironclad contract attached to the Young Bucks in the storyline. Yeah,
perfect. That looks like a video game version that I'm looking at. Right, look at it.
It does.
It does. Okay.
Jack Perry got something.
Oh, he's looking. He's giving the camera the Iggy, like Mr. Roper. Did you see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
Oh, here, look. Oh, there's the Jackson brothers currently sat next to fire extinguishers.
Oh, Tony Schiavone? Cursing? What's happening? Everybody's selling. Okay. Everybody's looking. What's going on? Did they do anything yet?
Where are Jack Perry? We need to get a camera on that. What the hell happened?
Where'd he go?
Yeah, it's the owner of the company.
Here comes Darby Allin. He's got a flamethrower.
The flamethrower. Oh my God.
Oh, okay. So he already threw Tony?
No, not yet.
Where is he?
Somebody was a little early on their cue.
Oh, there they are. Okay. Wow. He's still lighting them on fire. Okay. Okay. Now, can I say something?
Yeah.
If it's supposed to be okay, if this is supposed to be like something on the fly, I'm gonna light them on fire. Nobody knows I'm coming out. Why would you have 87 men with fire extinguishers waiting?
That's the Young Bucks. They were sitting there. If you catch the camera angle, they caught them on the side of the entrance, right next to them, and then the referees tucked right next to them with the fire extinguishers.
Cool spot, but that's why it looks friggin' planned. I'm ready. Light me on fire and then put the fire out. You know what I'm saying? Like, that looked so planned. And I know it's wrestling and I know it's a work and blah,
There's
blah,
the camera
blah.
angle. Look at that.
There they are. They're ready to go. I don't know, man.
That's pretty bad. And then I think Darby comes out a little early and it's just standing there with this flamethrower looking for somebody that doesn't come out. And they're just like... Well,
you know, you have people in Gorilla who send the workers out because sometimes you can't see the monitor. So maybe somebody sent him out early. I don't know. This is like, come on. It's a cool spot, though.
It is a cool spot. No, and I think it looked great on camera. And I guess whatever he was wearing on his legs was, that flame catching.
Because that's the part that really lit.
Yeah, that was that material, right? So that looked really cool,
right?
But at the same time, like, you got to do it perfect so it doesn't look like you were sitting there waiting for it, and then, oh my God, your tag team partners had the extinguishers right there. So now let me pull up the second part that also has been going around.
Okay,
which is the other alternate angle, which was a fan angle.
Yeah, like if you're in the crowd and you can't catch all this stuff, it probably looked like cool as hell. But when you see something like this, it's just like, really? Come on. And we don't want Jack Perry to be lit on fire and die and get, third-degree burns or anything or first-degree burns, whatever. But it was just so obvious within 2 seconds. Here's the fire extinguisher.
Yeah. All right. So now here's another take. So here's the fire you see up in the corner.
Yeah, I see it.
This gentleman here on the ground is one Tony Khan.
Okay.
Escaping the fire.
Yeah. Big fan. Wow. He got out of there with like seconds of his life being over. Wow.
I mean, this role.
He's trying to protect himself. I wish he would have did like a slip and slide. Like tried to slide down it, That would have been cool.
I mean, what if you were a part of this and they dragged you out of Gorilla, wouldn't you be standing there wanting to see what happened? You're rolling out of there and then getting back in the backstage area.
The company, he's got people to call. He's got to call the insurance company for several reasons. I don't know. Who knows?
I gotta say, I like that they went for it. The spot with Perry looked good, but this is the stuff that people are ripping to shreds about them.
I was just going to ask you, like, what is the internet saying about this? Like, are they?
Well, you get your AEW fans that think it was great. And, I'm reading the CBS Sports review of AEW. They gave the match an A+.
Okay.
I mean, like, but then I'm looking at the next match, B+, the next match, A, the next match, A-, the next match, A-, the next match, B-. So they can't do any wrong to this person. But then the other side of it is going, this is the stupidest thing they've done yet. This is almost as bad as when they had that pyro in the ring where Eddie Kingston jumped on John Moxley and the pyro was like, pop, pop.
It was a sparkler.
Pop. It was like the pyro I set off last night outside the house for Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, very nice. Okay. Yeah. I mean, unfortunately in this business, some things look really good on paper. And then when they're executed, they don't happen the way you plan them to happen. And there's fails. And the biggest fail is the Shockmaster. That probably looked great on paper. And then look what happened with that. Like, stuff happens. And especially in this day and age with fans and their cell phones, they can catch things that would never be aired. And then it tarnishes stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like seeing things through the eyes of a fan rather than what was actually printed or shown on television or on pay-per-view, that could just make it horrible for the viewers. Because once you know the secrets, then it's like, wah, wah.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, I don't know, it was the first angle a fan shot, or was it literally shown on the pay-per-view?
No, that was the first thing we watched was the pay-per-view.
Okay. So that was a bad camera angle. That was a really bad camera angle. They should have never shown the Bucks hiding behind a wall with fire extinguishers in front of them. That should have never been shown. Even if they were late coming out or whatever, they should have they could have showed like a crowd shot or a close up on somebody like reacting to like, oh my God, it's Jack Perry and Tony Khan. Like there are other cutaways that they could have done instead of focusing on something that you knew was going to happen, because it kind of gave it away.
Yeah, they went to it 3 times. I'm watching it again while you're talking. They went to the shot 3 times, you could see one of the Jackson boys going to it and setting up the extinguisher.
Right. Yeah, it gives
so
it away.
bad.
You know something's coming, which is such a letdown, because it was a cool spot. Like if I didn't see that, I would have been like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool. But seeing that, I know something with fire is going to happen, you know?
Yeah, and then Darby comes out and is looking for somebody to shoot.
Because he's not there yet.
Right, and then he goes back into this little center area where he should have just gone straight to when he came out with the flamethrower.
Yeah. What he should have did was he should have threatened to whoever he saw. He should have was just pretending to threaten to set them on fire.
Hold it up and
improvise. Yeah, I mean, it's just overall, it did. I don't think this came off the way that they wanted it to, you know. And it was a cool visual to see Jack's legs on fire, but it wasn't executed, I think, the way that, you know,
I agree.
They pictured it being executed. So
I
kind of a fail, of course. But the concept was pretty cool. It's a shame. Because again, I don't want them to fail. I don't like sitting here ripping on that company. You know, I want them to succeed. I will still watch the pay-per-view eventually. And, you know, as far as that guy giving them A+, A-, blah, blah, blah. Again, you like what you like. And whether you liked it or you hated it, they seem to be here to stay, and they're trying. And you can't knock them for trying. And sometimes when you try, you fail, you know? So not saying the overall pay-per-view was a fail, but this segment kind of fell a little flat for me.
Yeah.
So
happy 5-year anniversary.
And, you know, it's a shame because they do have really strong people working there. You know, that could have went off so much better than it did. So I don't know who sent them out late, who did what. There were certain things that could have been done to make it look better, and it just fell a little flat. Unfortunately,
just a little bit,
but
it looked cool.
Once his legs were on fire, yes, that looked cool. It just seems like anything Tony does is comical. So him rolling down the ramp and, you know, scurrying off the stage and getting out of there. He was scared. He was scared for his life, just like he was scared when CM Punk was in the back. He was scared for his life, and he had to get out of there.
If you combine his actions with Vince McMahon's facials, that's a hell of a team, because Vince McMahon had the best facials on camera.
Yeah. Well, Vince McMahon also had the best strut down the aisle.
He did. But you know, those when Vince was in trouble and he would give you those facials, or like he'd give you the exaggerated gulp or something like that. He was great. So mix that with that roll, or, you know, those looks that Tony gives you. I think that they made a great team.
He's learning. The more he does, the better he'll get. So
and I did avoid the Vince facials joke as well. So
thank you.
Pat on the back for me.
Wonderful.
On a Monday morning.
Wonderful. Okay. Well, thank you for showing me that. You're going to, like I said, still probably watch, and I'll let you know what I think about the overall product.
All right. Well, we can get out of here. Before we do, where do you want to send them?
Let's send them over to iHeartRadio. If you have not followed me on there, all you have to do is type in Eyes Up Here with Francine and hit that follow button. And if you don't have an iHeart app, just go wherever you subscribe to, Spotify or Apple, or I don't know what the other ones are, but there's a million different platforms you can listen to me on, and just subscribe. It's free. It's not going to cost you a dime. You know, leave us a comment. Let us know what you want to hear next. But if you're not subscribed here, why are you not subscribed here? So many people watch my videos and are not subscribed to the channel. So hit that subscribe button, ring that bell so you get the notifications. And if you want more, because who doesn't want more from the queen? Go ahead and become a channel member for $5.99. We're going to be doing a channel member only live very soon. So get in on that as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And a lot more of the iHeart exclusive video episodes are going to be uploaded in the next coming weeks. So if you want to see the video version of iHeart, those are going to be uploaded for the members.
Yeah, but you can only get the full episode as a channel member.
Correct.
So keep that in mind. You can listen to it for free on audio, but full episode with video will cost you $5.99 a month. But it's a bargain. That's less than a cup of coffee from Starbucks.
Yes. Especially those fancy schmancy ones with all the sugar and the whipped cream and the
good ones,
the sweetener and all the what do you call it? The syrups, all that crap.
Yeah. Good
Not
stuff.
worth it. Get us. And that's so that's about it. We will catch you next time here on the Eyes Up Here Extra for the Queen of Extreme over there. This is the Chadster. We will catch you on the flip side.